Hey guys, it's Weaver77 here. Today, we're going to be going over the UFC 6 Platinum Trophy Guide. I split this guide into 6 different parts, with the first part being the simple trophies that you can get by just playing the game. So, the first 2 have to do with winning a fight by ground and pound, which can be done after knocking down an opponent and finishing them on the ground, or taking them down and finishing them down there. The second is winning by submission, which can be done on the ground too. The third is they introduced a new feature called flow state. So there's 2 trophies in this section that are dictated by the flow. Is you have to stun an opponent while they are in the flow, which can be done by waiting for your opponent to activate flow state and then countering them, or just waiting for them to come forward and then stunning them. Not knocking them down, it's just stunning. The second is to win a fight in flow state. So you activate your flow state, you finish the fight anyway. I don't know if submissions work, but flow state makes your punches punch harder, so you'll mostly get this by knocking people out. The next one is you have to win 5 fights without going to the ground. So this one's pretty difficult to do online and against AI in career because they'll take you down. So I suggest doing this on easy in a fight now or even an easy career. The next is just simply opening the game. You open the game, you get a trophy, everybody gets it. The next is a 3-fight win streak in any mode. Doesn't have to be career, doesn't have to be online, it can be any mode. So your next set of trophies will be pertaining to the Hall of Legends. The Hall of Legends is a new feature they've added which highlights 3 fighters' nationalities. So I chose just to show off Max Holloway's. There's also Alex Pereira and Weili Zhang. So your first trophies, you have to walk up to these. They're on all 3 of them. You press on it, should get a trophy. Shows you info about their culture. And then there's 3 fights in each. You walk through, you'll eventually find one of the fights. There's 3. You'll get a trophy for beating the first one. And then there are 3 in total, so 2 more. You can also go here, press go to fight at the top, scroll through, go to fight. If you don't really care about this, you can just go to fights, do the fights, get your trophies. When you exit, make sure to go back to the menu once you complete the 3 fights to get your trophy. The first time I did it, it didn't pop. Until I went back to the menu. I thought it was glitched or something, but no, it's not. You just have to go back to the menu. The online section of this trophy guide is very short. There's 1 online trophy, and it's land 5 strikes in a row in flow. So you have to land 5 strikes in a row. You can't be blocked, you can't be dodged. It has to be in a row or it doesn't count. So I suggest doing quick fight or ranked, but once you get into ranked, you have to do 5 matches to get your rank, or you can just go to quick fight and get a bummy fight and just do it there. You can also do anything online career. I don't think invite a friend works, but that's the only online trophy in this game. So the hardest part of this guide, in my opinion, is the gym. The gym is a new feature they added where you have these categories of fighters, leg choppers, smashing machines. You come here and you basically level them up. You get rewards. You upgrade them. You have to use trainers. So there's 6 trainers. Once you get up to about level 30, you upgrade them as you level up. Leveling up gets you rewards. Champions, if you level up a champion, you'll get a championship belt. Jonathan Martinez isn't a champ, so you won't get that. And there's 2 trophies are getting 12 fighters in a single category to level 14. The trophy says gold. Gold is level 14, as you can see. And the next one is getting a fighter to level 99. 20 hours in, I'll have Pereira to level 21. So that really shows how hard it is. There's 2 methods of getting XP. Is the aforementioned trainers, You should be using, there's a trainer that gives you 500 XP every time. You should be using that on the fighter you want to get level 99. And you can also get XP by using them in a fight. Short fights, you'll get about 45 XP online. I went 3 rounds to a decision and I got 205. So on offline, it's around 43 to 45 for a quick fight. Decisions will give you more. Going longer will give you more. So you really have to choose what you want to do. Online, risk getting knocked out and not getting that much. Or offline, you get guaranteed, but it's not a lot. This is obviously the hardest of any of the trophies by far. The rest of the trophies are pretty straightforward. This one's pretty complicated. The best option, you just choose what your favorite kind of fighters are. Mine were leg choppers. Somebody might like wrestling, so you might do smashing machines. Whatever you have to do to get this trophy done and get it enjoyable, just make sure you focus on that. Alright, so the last 2 parts of this Platinum Trophy are Legacy and Career Mode. So Legacy is basically a story-driven career mode. You play as Chris Carter. You play through the story, basically build up. You go from WFA to UFC, and you have a rival named Danny Lopez. All the trophies besides 2 are just from playing the story, basically. The 2 that you need to focus on are fighting Danny Lopez and beating Danny Lopez. And then after beating him, you'll get interviewed by DC, and you'll be given 2 options to forgive or hold a grudge. This requires 2 playthroughs, so you have to have a forgive playthrough and a hold grudge. No other decision besides those 2 affect the trophies. Before that fight, there's a pre-fight like interview. Whatever you choose in that doesn't affect the story at all, so just focus on those 2. And in career, there's a few things in career that aren't in here, but things you can do in here. Up in the right corner you can see cash. You make a mil, 10 mil, 20 mil. That's 3 different trophies right there. And there's 3 trophies that you should try to get all in once, which is a 1-week training camp before a fight. And don't spend money before a training camp. I already have them bought, but before boxing, Muay Thai, wrestling, Jiu-Jitsu, you have to buy them. You have to make 30 grand. They cost 30 grand each. So you don't buy any of them. You have a 1-week training camp, and don't train. Very low fitness is also a trophy. So you have to go into a fight with very low fitness. Upgrade a move. That's done from just doing a move. You can see on the right the star ratings. When you train, those stars go up as you throw the punches. So the next is there's coach and fan challenges. I haven't gotten one in this yet, but if you use social media, you'll get a tweet. Instead of this tweet, will be like, throw 10 punches. Oh, your grappling game's pretty good. Take him down twice. It'll tell you the exact challenge what you need to do in the fight. So you need to focus on those. Peak hype. You hype up the fights. You get that hype from 42 up to 100, and you'll get that trophy. And then the hardest one, and it might be win 5 fights the same way. So 5 straight knockouts, 5 submissions, 5 decisions. I highly suggest doing 5 knockouts. The next one is a 1-minute finish. It doesn't have to be in career mode. That can be anywhere. A 1-minute finish. And then half health with a kick or a punch. You kick your opponent in the head. It does more than half of their head health. Make sure they're at full head health so you can get the most possible. You'll get those 2 trophies. And that's basically it. This trophy is probably 2 out of 10 difficulty, but it will take you 50 hours. The trophy itself is not hard. You can do everything on easy, or you can do it all on hard, whatever you want. Just make sure you focus on specifically forgiving or holding a grudge against Danny. That's the most important trophy. If you forgive him twice or you grudge him twice, you have to play through it all over again. So I suggest you keep your mind on that trophy. If there's anything else you guys want to know, leave it in the comments below. I'll make another video. I might make another video about the grind for the level 99. If that's what you guys want to see, I'll make it. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.